I've had to speak about my mum tum. Had to speak about the things I'm not happy with about my looks, how much things I've behaved. Tell you about my badass kids. Squash the rumour that I'm super mum. Just giving it all away today, guys. So yeah, I think I should bow out gracefully.
The tea is exceptionally good today. Who made this? Very delicious.
Hi guys, welcome back to Life with Vikki. Today I have an assumptions video. So everything on here is things that people generally assume when they first meet me, and I'm here to squash that. Let's get started, shall we? Before we do get started though, please make sure that you do like and subscribe for more videos and check out the ones that I've already posted. It's always appreciated. And it will also give you an opportunity to get to know me better. But moving on to the assumptions. So the first one, and I'd say this is the biggest one, is because I have 4 kids that I'm super mum. I am far from super mum. In fact, I hate that term because I feel like that gives you more pressure, that people think you're kind of like the perfect parent, and makes you feel more guilty inside because you know that's kind of far from the truth. Like, I'm far from perfect as a person, never mind a parent. And just because I have 4 kids, which yes is a lot, I love them all dearly, don't get me wrong, they don't want for nothing, they're actually pretty spoiled, not in a bad way, but I mean like they live a good life, don't get me wrong. I love them to pieces, like I would walk to the ends of the earth and back for the kids, but that does not make me the perfect parent. There's so many things daily that I could improve on. Juggling 4 of them is not easy. There's times where I'm stressed out, just like anyone else, whether you have 1 kid or 10 kids, it's always going to be a massive stress. I am tired at times, especially because there's a baby in the situation, even though it's not so much a baby no more.
Mommy, I want some milk.
Oh, sure, Angel. Come here. I'll give you a little something. Slow down, honey. Your son is so cute.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Oh, he's 48 months.
That's 4.
Yeah.
He still does actually sleep, so it's a lot. I just hate the thought of people thinking that I'm ideal, because although, as I said, I do anything for them, I do my best every day, they know they're loved, I make sure they know they're loved, they know they're loved, I make sure they know they're loved. I hope that they grow up and know that I'm doing my best. Literally, that's all I can do, is my best.
I can't believe I'm gonna be late to my first soccer practice.
I'm doing the best that I can.
Yeah, that's what makes it even sadder.
Oh,
And I really do hope that is good enough to give them good memories, to give them a good life. We always make a big deal of birthdays, occasions like Easter, Halloween, they get treated. We do have so much fun, like day trips. We try to have family movie nights. We try and make it a fun family environment. But the assumption that I'm super mum isn't true at all. So yeah, that's one assumption that I would first of all squash. The next assumption is being stuck up. Like, I guess because a lot of people don't know me and don't know my personality, then it's easy to think that if someone has a bit of a resting bitch face, that they're just kind of a stuck up person. I used to get this a lot growing up actually. I don't really get it as much now because I'm quite a chatty person now. Whereas growing up as an only child, I was really quiet, really shy, and people used to misinterpret that as being someone who thought they were better than everyone else, who might have been stuck up, who kind of looked down the nose on people, which I never have done and never would do. So no, I never want no one now to think I'm stuck up. My inbox is always open. People will tell you if they've been struggling, if they want any advice, if they want to know where something's from. I'm not one of them people that are like, I won't tell you where my new look £15 skirt is from. Like, I'll tell you if like top £5 Primark. I will tell you everything. Like, I am far from being stuck up. Next one's a bit of a funny one, but maybe it's something funny to you guys and not something funny to me because I have to live with it. But it's that I lose weight easily, have these kids, snap back into shape and don't necessarily have a mum tum like. Yeah, I am a size probably 8 to 10, but I am no way in shape, like literally. And I'm not one of them people that's kind of skinny and like, oh my god, I think I'm so fat, like that would just be ridiculous. Like, I know I'm not overweight, I'm not obese, obviously, I'm not under any like illusion that I am, but I did not snap back into shape after having 4 kids and didn't get kind of no stretch marks, no mum tum. Trust me. The mum tum is there, it's just hidden in high-waisted leggings, jeans, tights, anything that can hold my belly in. I'm here pulling it up under my boobs, making that mum tum look as small as I can, because even after the youngest of the 4 kids is 1, it's still there. Why is it still there?
What the fuck? Nothing fix me! God damn it!
Because you're not working on it, Vicky. And that is the honest truth. It's still there because I'm not working on it. Like, I'm not sporty and I'm lazy, and that's the reality of still having a mum tum, where I could be one of them toned gym bunnies that are running around the block with the water bottle or going to the gym and posting the selfies on Instagram. But no, it's there. And I like biscuits. I like chocolate. I like cake. I basically like everything I shouldn't like, and I'm not a person that half the time does things in moderation, so I'm not like 1 biscuit and that's okay, that's me done for the day. I'm like, give me that packet of biscuits and give me more, give me them now. I'm going to try to get fit.
What lying for?
I'm going to try to lose a mum tum, and hey, one day I might be on here being like, hey, look at me flexing a 6-pack, but you probably know as well as I know that's not going to happen anytime in the next few months. So let's just get Christmas out of the way, guys. Let's like all the Christmas snacks, all the Christmas drinks. Doesn't everyone say that? Diet starts in the new year. If I find comfort at the bottom of a crisp packet, then just let me live, yeah? Okay, moving on. And now you're all going to know that I've got a fat belly, but okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, next assumption, you have loads of money. I mean, who has 4 kids and doesn't have loads of money? Who has 2 cars and doesn't have loads of money? Well, me. That is me. I don't have loads of money. In fact, I wish I had loads of money. I need to start like a GoFundMe of give me some more money because I'm poor. Well, no, I'm not poor, to be fair. We're not poor. We're nowhere near rich. We get by pretty fine. No one's ever starving, no one ever goes without, no one ever doesn't have nice things for birthdays and Christmas. We live a pretty modest life, we get treats where we can, we did used to buy a lot of takeaways. But yeah, we're doing fine. I'm far from rich and I don't have loads of money, so you won't see me on here probably doing like, here's my £1,000 clothing haul at the minute anyway. Hopefully, once my savings change, we might do that. But no. It's just a bit depressing thought that I'm not rich actually. But yeah, we should have probably done this next question under the supermum thing, because I guess it does kind of, it's not a question, it's an assumption, does kind of tie in. It's that a big assumption is that my kids behave, because they look like little angels that act like little half the time.
Stay. Don't you growl at me. Stay, baby, stay. Excuse me.
Now, as I was saying before, in the first assumption, I'm not super mum, but I love those kids with every entire piece of me. But damn, they can pee you off like no other.
Stop crying!
Stop crying! God damn it!
Shut up! Come out!
Shut up!
Stop it! Open the door!
Go away!
Like, no, I just thought when you had kids it was like, oh, you have kids and oh, they're so nice and they're cute, and then you feed them and you read to them and you hug them and then they go to bed and then you do it all again the next day and you watch little cute movies and you go to the park and you skip along, and it is not like that at all. Like, why don't people tell it? Well, maybe actually everyone knew, but to be fair, I never even held a newborn baby until I had my own newborn baby, so I think I was just a bit behind with the times because no one told me that toddler's tantrum. Like I said, had no brothers or sisters, no small kids around me, so yeah, I didn't really know that was a thing. They're not rude kids, they're not really naughty, like they're not kind of like delinquents or like young offenders or anything like that, but they're not like really well behaved. Like we could probably do like a little visit of Super Nanny, like we probably wouldn't need her to stay for like the full like weekend, or what does she do, a week? But maybe just like a few tips off her couldn't hurt. But the boys and the wild, and that's just what boys do, isn't it? Like, is it? They just act wild and go crazy? Yeah? Just please tell me I'm not alone here. I don't think any kids are well behaved, to be honest.
Damn!
So, yeah, that's an assumption that's out the window. They don't behave. They've embarrassed me in public plenty times. In fact, more times I'd like to remember, and I've got so many more stories that I'm sure you'll learn along the way as my videos and YouTube grows, but I'll save them for another time because, wow, we've had some tantrums in our time. Next question is, you have had an easy life from growing up to now. Now, like, don't get me wrong, I didn't necessarily have the worst childhood. Yes, I met Ashley pretty young on. We've had a beautiful family, but I've not had an easy life from growing up until now. It took a lot personally for me to get here, personally for me and Ashley as separate people, as a couple, to get here, because there's also another question of your relationship's really easy and just works, which is far from the truth too. Like any relationship, it's gonna have ups and downs. It's a roller coaster, life's a roller coaster, all that. But nothing's easy, and I don't want to go too much into my childhood on this video because things like that can get a bit depressing. There's a lot I haven't spoke on, don't know if I ever will speak on, especially on something as public as YouTube. There was a lot going on. There's been a lot of hard times, bad times, demons that I've had to deal with. The fact I didn't have, like I said, yeah, I didn't have Nay's life, that is wrong. I didn't have a lot when I was growing up. I was from a single parent household. We didn't have lots of money. We didn't own a house. We didn't have a car. I didn't have no siblings to turn to. I had a very small family. My grandma, who I was extremely close to, died when I was really young, who was basically like my mum at that point, and then my mum had to be the proper mum, which was a role she maybe wouldn't have been stepping up to beforehand. Yeah, it was just an all-round hard time. And then obviously, like I said, relationships. Me and Ashley, we literally, there's times where before the kids we went through hard times of being out of work, not having no money at times, only having each other. When you're with someone from being so young, like we was together from being teenagers, and young teenagers at that, not like older teenagers like uni age, it was obviously from being school kids, you evolve and you change as a person, and a lot of the times relationships don't make it because you change and go your separate ways. So yeah, it's been far from easy, and he's had a lot of growing up to do, and I've had a lot of growing up to do, probably more than him because he's always been the mature one, to be fair. It's probably always me that's been a bit of a wild card. But at the end of the day, if you want something and you want to be together, you just stick together and make it work. It's that simple. Like, we could have called it quits from being 16, from being 17, from being 18, from being 19, from being 20, you get my picture, and so on. Like, there's ongoing issues in any relationship. I think it's just, if you want to be with someone, then you work through your issues and you just stay together and work through it, don't you? Like, it just sounds so simple, doesn't it? Like, if you want to be with someone, you're just with someone. But that's kind of what our attitude's always been like. We've not been through anything that's been big enough to destroy what we knew was the bigger picture for us, which is us being together properly, long term, having a family. There's nothing that could kind of override that, if that makes sense. Everything that we've been through, we've kind of weathered, but it doesn't mean we've not been through our issues, and that, like I said again, that's on both sides. We've both done things wrong, we've both felt like the victim and the pity party, we've both been on like either side of hurting someone or being hurt, but you live and you learn, and since being parents, I think we're even more committed to keeping together for the sake of our family. That's not why we're together, don't get me wrong. You need to be with someone that you just want to be with. Like, you've got to want to personally be with them, taking the kids out of the situation, and we both personally do still want to be with each other, which is a really, really rare thing for people probably to have after so many years. Like, I class Ashley as like the other half of me. He's like my family, he's my best friend, he's someone that even if he walked out tomorrow, which he better not do because he better leave with all these kids, I'd hope we could still be friends. I'd always want a bond and a relationship because we've been through so much together. Obviously over the years we've been through just having each other. I think at a time we found each other when we both needed each other, and we're very different but then similar in a lot of ways, and we knew from the start that it was going to be kind of a long-term thing. It wasn't ever just going to be, oh, you're my little boyfriend. We always planned on having a future. We always planned one day we'd get married. We always thought one day we'd have babies. That bigger picture was always a part of what our relationship was from the beginning, and I'm glad we stuck around and worked it out, because he just gets me like no one else does. He knows me better than I know myself, although we don't have it easy, and that's an assumption obviously I'm here to get rid of. The assumption that we love each other and like we're everything to each other and our family's everything, that assumption is definitely correct, because there's nothing better than the family you have at home. And then anyway, moving on to the next question, before I babble on too much, because I could literally talk all day. Like, I actually could talk all day, especially when it comes to my family, because I love them so much. I could tell you everything about everyone and be sat here showing you photos and be like that person that you probably wish you never met. Anyway, yeah, like I said, moving on, the last assumption is that you are happy with your looks, you like what you look like, you love taking selfies. Like, I love taking selfies, don't get me wrong, but oh my gosh, I'm so far from happy. Like, I'm not like depressed. That sounded so wrong, like I was like crying into my pillow then. No, I'm like fine with how I look. There's so many things I've changed though. I'm not like being like, oh, this is like terrible and this is terrible and this is terrible, just so you can all be like, oh yeah, she's right, actually that is pretty terrible. So I don't want to tell you everything I don't like, just so you can all probably agree with me. There's so many things I do like, and those are the things I should focus on, just like anyone else. I once read something like, people don't see you how you see yourself in the mirror. The way they see you is like totally different. I just hope in like other people's eyes it's a better picture than I see myself, and not a worse one, because that would be pretty upsetting. That actually would be pretty upsetting. But no, assumption, yeah, and I'm not happy with a lot of things, but I can't change them. Like I said, the mum tums there, that's one thing I could change but don't change. There's a lot of other things I would change if I maybe had the money to do them. Like, I'm not against plastic surgery. Let's try be positive. Makeup can work wonders, and the main thing is I'm a nice person on the inside, so yeah. Although I might be a bit annoying at times, which I'm sure anyone would agree with, and like I said, not one of those Insta, really cool, really glam kind of fashionistas. Don't probably have the best up-to-date fashion sense. Don't wake up looking like a cool, sophisticated mum, more like a bedraggled, drag through a bush mum. But you know, that's me, so take me as I am, or have nothing at all, as they say. I think I should stop this now because I'm just like rambling on at this moment in time, and I just like was here to squash these assumptions, and you probably think worse about me now and probably think I'm a total weirdo than you did before this video, so I really do apologise if that's happened. I hope you enjoy my assumptions. Just gonna cry in the corner now. I've had to speak about my mum tum. Had to speak about the things I'm not happy with about my looks, how much things I've behaved, tell you about my badass kids, squash the rumour that I'm super mum. Just giving it all away today, guys. So yeah, I think I should bow out gracefully. But I hope you enjoyed the assumptions that I've squashed. Let's go. Let's get rid of them. They're squashed, they're done, they're gone. If you have any more assumptions, maybe I could do a part 2. But that's it for now. Please like, please subscribe, please check out my other videos, and have a nice day whatever you're doing, and I'll be back soon. Bye for now.